Listening with your body is the way that you more deeply connect with people in your life. It's the way to have interactions that feel good instead of exhausting. It's the way to feel that you are truly not alone in this world and to help others feel good with you. So, we start by simply attuning to your bodily processes and then attuning to them. And this is how you do it. Start by just breathing. You want to start now while you're not interacting with someone else by more deeply attuning to your own feelings on the inside so you can get used to doing it so you can do it without having to breathe deeply while you're talking with someone. So, nice deep breath. Pay attention to the shape of you. Pay attention to the feelings in your body. Turn attention inward to things like internal pressure in the body, places where there's tensions, places where it might even feel good in your body. Bring awareness to which parts of your body feel like there's a tightness to them or a pressure. Breathe and pay attention to what it feels like to have the gentle tug of gravity on your shoulders and then on your body. To feel your position in space. Typically, what happens when you start by attuning to your feelings, becoming consciously aware of your feelings by taking the energy that is necessary to turn attention inward consciously instead of just letting feelings happen to you, is that you tend to start to relax. You tend to start to feel more centered. A lot of people describe things like feeling like they're in the moment, feeling centered, feeling like things are balancing out, noticing their body's cues, following their body's cues. The usefulness for this in communication is that you start to then be really capable of attuning to somebody else, to be curious about other people in a way that allows your body to start having what are described as mirror responses. Thing is, it's no secret that humans feel things with other humans. It's no secret that uh, we're designed to connect with others, but those portions of our design and our setup only work really, really well when we're attuned to ourselves, when we're centered, when we're present, when we're in the moment, when we're turning conscious attention, at least a little bit of it, into the feelings inside of our bodies, and to be able to watch them curiously instead of hating them or resisting them or pushing against them. If looking at your body brings up feelings of pain, or if looking at your body or feeling your body or noticing your body sort of brings you into this sort of swirling mass of uncomfortable thoughts, then if you're able to experience those things curiously instead of hatefully and having the defensive responses kick up, if you're able to hold off the defensive responses and just let those things continue with your observation, what tends to happen is they start leveling out. The aches and pains, even though you still might have them, they stop hurting as much or bothering you as much. And in that state, the sort of left frontal processes that really help you notice another person objectively instead of as a threat, they flower. They work really well. They really kick in. And so breathe, feel your body, and now let's, for now, just for this exercise, we're going to imagine the other person over there. What I'll invite you to do as you breathe and feel your body, go ahead and imagine there's another person, that someone that you've interacted with, or some kind of person that you often interact with, and let them talk to you. What I'll invite you to do is continue as they talk to you to attend to your internal responses, because you'll have reactions inside of you to what they're saying. But there's also this whole other thing that goes on. See, while you're talking to them and reacting internally and then just kind of curiously noticing the reactions that come up, you focus on them, a brief moment of attention to what's happening in your body, you focus on them. What then happens is you'll often get a new feeling. You'll get a feeling that doesn't quite feel like what you had, or that feels different than what you had. And then at that point, it's very probable that you're having mirror responses to them. It's very probable that as you've already tuned to yourself, you've already noticed what's yours, and you get something new inside of you. It could be exactly what they're feeling, or it could just be the sort of response that your body has to it. Because a lot of times it'll kick off new reactions inside of you that are bootstrapped to older things, implicit memory, if you will. And so you breathe, imagine this person talking to you, and that you're just noticing them. And for some people, they like to bring it to the next level. And I've often done this. I've had clients that I've taught how to do this. We usually use an image like imagining that your body has gone clear and you're magnetizing the talk out of them like you want it to come. You're inviting it to come on by just your interest and your curiosity. And the reason why I invite them sometimes to think of themselves as going clear is that it helps them to both feel what they're feeling, but dampen the feeling enough so that it's much more tolerable and they're less reactive to it. What tends to happen when people do that is they start responding more intuitively. They will listen for a while. They'll have this intuitive sense of when to respond, when to acknowledge, and when to hold back and actually just stop moving and let the person keep talking. They have more of an innate sense of, hey, this is what the person needs right now. They really need me to not say anything. And so that's part of the usefulness of bringing it to the next level by imagining you've gone clear or with some other image that works for you and that you're magnetizing the talk out of them. Yeah, bring it on, give me more. It's really good to do that when you're getting along okay with someone at first. To try that with somebody that you have a decent enough relationship with, that hearing them talk and pulling the talk through you won't be a surprising experience that sort of knocks you out of this conscious present state and into a defensive state. If you're with somebody that often has a really sort of acidic relationship with you or a toxic relationship with you, you'll want to sort of train yourself up to do this with them, because what'll happen is it's a lot harder to stay clear when you feel like there's accusations being hurled towards you. And it's a lot easier to practice in a relationship where you know that you get along with this person okay. You breathe, you pay attention to the feelings in your body, and imagine that they're talking and you're pulling the talk through them. The impact of it in real life usually plays out like this. You start the conversation with someone, you remember, oh yeah, I was going to try to really be there for this person and to really just be present with them and be curious about them and curious about what they're saying. And what happens is, as you practice this and as you continue to keep turning a little split of attention into your sensations in your body, as you keep re-regulating when you have reactions, you keep staying on the level when you have reactions on the inside, and you keep being able to stay present with them. And there's a lot less resistance. The other person tends to start to sort of down regulate in your presence, and most of the time people start getting this really nice interchange where either they're less exhausted than they used to be after this kind of interaction, or if it's already a good relationship, they're really able to feel this good relationship consciously. They're really able to capitalize on the goodness of their communication with this other person consciously and consistently instead of just in a happenstance sort of hit and miss manner. And if you are in a situation where you would love to be able to connect more deeply with others, to have others feel good in your presence so they like being around you, so that you can enjoy more of those kinds of relationships that you've truly been trying to build, it's time to start capitalizing on what you already have, your nervous system's capacity to connect with others on a deep physical level. And the beauty of it is it works over telecom. It works not only on the phone, but also on video chat. Video chat, it works really well. I've actually been very surprised at how often, when I'm, say, dealing with uh, grief with somebody, I'm working through grief with somebody, or dealing with trauma issues with people over video chat. A lot of times I'll get the exact same sorts of mirror neuron responses, even though we can only really see each other from the chest up. And the twisting that might rise in my gut, the tension in my shoulders, the feeling of just emptiness and a drop in my chest, all of those feelings that I might feel with somebody who's suffering and in a therapy session, I absolutely am able to feel even over video chat and respond in kind and respond in a way that can work the same way it does live in a session where we're in front of each other with full body proximity. And so with these people that you love, if for any reason you're distant from them, the more sensitized you are to the reactions of your body and being able to just curiously watch them and let them level out and regulate, the easier it will be to do this over the phone, over the video chat, and of course in person, when you're truly trying to connect with them. And so, for those people who are already working with me in therapy, this can be a reminder of how to do this thing. And for those of you who haven't worked with me, I hope you found this tutorial useful. Best of luck to you in all your interactions and in your communications where you're seeking to connect with important people in your lives. Bye bye.